It's the Pod in the City weekly roundup. I'm John.
And I'm Amanda. The Olympics continues to give us all the feels, but no one was feeling it quite as hard as that one male pole vaulter.
In its second week, Deadpool and Wolverine continue to dominate the box office and our nastiest fantasies.
And is the new TikTok trend absolutely hilarious, or is it causing early core memory PTSD in our children?
Oh no. All that and so much more on this week's episode of the Pod in the City weekly roundup. Hi.
Hi. Keep going.
I didn't realize that this shirt, completely is almost the same color as the background.
Ooh. My bra kind
It's
of is.
terry cloth.
Oh.
Ooh, show
so
those
comfy.
boobies, lady.
Mm.
Uh-oh, hopefully we don't get banned in the first 2 minutes of our live. Hi, guys. You know, the ones who are here right now, y'all are devoted and you are my favorite people.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Just saying. Anyway, hi, guys. It's Joan and Amanada. And we're here. We just came off of just sitting here talking. Amanda's been doing a lot of other things, but I was also doing, things. Anyway,
Well, John had a fun weekend of, guess what? Driving around grandma.
I was nail appointment, Arby's.
She likes Arby's.
Her and her friends, I'll just say, if you want to sponsor a group of old ladies, they're like, my grandma's 100, about to be 101. Her friend is like 97 or something. They go to Arby's every Sunday because they love the Arby's there because it's quiet. There's usually no one else there and they can get right in. And Arby's is one of the restaurants that sends coupons. So they can get themselves a meal for like $4 total. Get themselves a $1 root beer float.
Beef and cheddar.
My grandma likes a slider, she likes to have a little slider because she says that she just doesn't eat anything anymore. Anyway,
yeah.
So if Arby's a sponsor, that'd be great. I have a couple old ladies I could get in a commercial for you. They'd be great. You know what?
What?
I think that is a need. I had not thought about that, but I think I should do a push. Like, hey, Arby's.
Arby's should sponsor Pod in the City because we're like Sex in the City adjacent, and an Arby's sandwich looks like a vagina.
Don't, Amanda.
Don't. I already said it. Should I say that joke about that surfing picture again?
Oh, I mean, yeah. Wait.
I'll say it later. All right. Locked and loaded.
Speaking of, guys, if you haven't had a chance, so we have kind of two parallel podcast situations here. We have our weekly roundup, but then we also are doing our episodes every week currently of Sex in the City. This last Friday, it was Sex in the City Season 2, Episode 9, New Dogs, Old Dicks, and they go to Drag Bingo. Also, if you really like the sound of our voices. I forgot
about how crazy that episode was because we recorded it so long ago, but that was a wild one.
The sound of our voices. We do also have a Patreon where every single week we have an extra full bonus episode and you get free early access to our ad-free early access to our Sex in the City episodes. And you can also sign up to do our videos. We have a new video tier member, so thank you, baby. But this episode was weirdly, it's probably one of my favorite ones we've watched.
Oh my gosh. It's like nothing you've ever, honestly, we don't usually say you guys should watch the episodes before you listen to us, but that's one that you 100% should. It's on Disney Plus.
Well, do you remember the show Unsolved Mysteries?
Yeah, dude, we're talking about it on Browntown on Wednesday because the second episode of the new season is about Calgary and the the victim's name is Amanda, and the investigator's name is Jody.
Wow.
And they're so Canadian. They're like, oh, she fell down the stairs, maybe.
It reminded me of a mix of a Golden Girls episode with some unsolved mysteries thrown in. Because there's like
it's
slow scenes with Rose like running through, full on sprinting through a parking garage.
Looking cute, looking fine.
I mean, she looks pretty damn good.
It was probably a stunt double.
Guys, check that out. It's patreon.com/podinthecity. You can also sign up over there for free because we post these each week, and we just sometimes, anyway, just do it. Try it out.
Just do it.
Just do it. Try it out, y'all. Also, Amanda has been, we're plugging a little thing for Amanada on their Patreon. Well, first of all, we'd prefer that you sign up for this page. I'd prefer you sign up for this.
Yeah.
So then once you sign up for this one,
if you don't like Sister Wives, you will not like tier 2 of Love to Hate TV. But if you like Sister Wives, that's where you go.
Oh, so it's really good for Sister Wives.
It's all on there for tier 2.
Is that what this
Girl Dinner's on there?
Is that what you guys were talking about on this?
Yes. So we just did Maddie just married to Caleb Brett, who's like 29 and she's like 19 when they get married. It's pretty gross. Anyway, for the episode, and this you'll get to hear that in like 3 weeks because we're canning a whole bunch of episodes before the next season. But anyway, stay tuned for that. But we thought it would be hilarious if we like dressed up as a Bohemian Gypsy theme. That's the theme of their. So we dressed up, and then I'm like, let's show pictures of our own weddings. Jody scoured the dark web. Basically, I watched her just scour her entire computer for like 20 minutes, and she's like, I got nothing. She deleted everything. So good. Get out of here, Dave.
Good for her.
You're watching. Yeah, get out. Anyway, in my search to find pictures of my wedding, I was like, well, I don't know if I want to. I'm like, what pictures are like would even be like interesting to anyone? Actually, Jody did not seem interested with any of these pictures, but I feel like all of you guys will. So I found all these pictures of like me and John.
So I remember
they're really cute.
I was in Amanda's wedding. I was one of the groomsmen.
You should have been
on her husband's side.
Yeah.
So that's the point of reference.
Did you have more to say about
that's like why I'm wearing what I'm wearing and like why all of this is happening. So that's the point of reference.
Well, anyway, so when I was doing that, then I started finding I found a few other pictures of the two of us that are cute. I'm like, we had our own really cute little friendship, and I'm sure everyone couldn't stand us.
There's one photo in here that's really gonna seal the deal on knowing just the type of people that we were and probably still are.
I don't even know which one you're talking.
Well, anyway, you guys figure that out.
Let's show a sweet one first. So here's like the wedding.
This was at Amanda's wedding.
Yeah, there we are.
I don't have rosy cheeks, and we don't look like we've been drinking all day.
Right, and then here's another one. We took
more at the wedding.
Yeah,
I did have a beard at that point.
I like the beard. You do have a beard.
I more just like have grown out facial hair now. I don't like shaving my neck.
And by the way, in all of these pictures, both of us thought that we were obese.
Horrible.
Because that's what society was telling us. All right, here's a funny, zany one of the wedding. John is in his attire. I think he wanted you all to know that he would never have worn this on his own accord, I guess.
Yeah, I just like, not living for it. But this was a common pose. Face together, and there was this whole thing like this do you remember Pachang Chang?
Yes. God, we sucked.
And that was what we would like title this?
Yeah, it was just it was like a
caption the photo.
It was like brat summer. Pachang Chang, which kind of comes across as a little bit racist now that in
does
the
it?
Pachang Chang doesn't really hit my ear the same way as it did back then. But John's wearing a shirt that we both thought originally were those stupid shirts that we talked about that said like Crunk, Holla, 136. Anyway, and then here's one of us on my 24th birthday. You look hot here, I think.
This was the one I was gonna say was
I look
this really shows off who we are.
Yeah, and here's one of us at a gay icon party where I went as Little Edie and Joan went as a prison bitch.
Yep, this was we were really into the theme. We were having theme parties. I guess that's
Every
what theater
weekend.
kids did. We'd have them. We had a goth party. We had a gay party. Wasn't there?
What did your pants? Didn't your pants
I had orange orange pants, and then I had a white t-shirt that I had drawn an arrow to my butt, and it said like "enter here" or something like that. And I carried a bar of soap around,
prison realness.
oh yeah, and I'd be like bending over. I mean, you know what?
But I thought that
we have lived again. I'll say this: we have lived many lives.
I know, but I'm like, those were
as a 38-year-old. I'm now like
better than seeing our Facebook statuses though. Every 10 years or so pop up.
We talked about our Facebook statuses was that on our Patreon?
Yeah, because I had a really dick one come up, and I had another.
Oh yeah, that was the Patreon we didn't want to release because
we spilled too much tea. Okay, but anyway,
okay,
so I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, that was our news.
Let's get into something a little less. Again, we both thought we were so fat. I was thinking that the other day. I'm like, if I had just lived through like if I just bumped up 10 years and I didn't have to live through like the Ally McBeal 90s, like if I could just have maybe been born in the 90s and like been bumped ahead to like. You don't have to be like emaciated looking to be not fat. That would have been really great for me.
It's hard to say because I think there is still a lot of stuff.
I thought you were going to say because you are still pretty fat.
No, I am like a person that at this point in my life, because of my own personal struggles, I literally don't look at people like I don't let that be a part of anything that I look at about someone because I get it. Like life is not just an easy way of.
Do you want to transition into somebody who also might have some kind of body?
Oh, great.
Issues? Well, I mean, it's true.
Did you play the Hot Topics thing?
No. Do you want me to?
Yeah.
All right, here it is. Oh, all right. All right.
It's worrisome, I think, because Zac Efron has seemed like he's been going through it, and I feel bad for him because
he seems nice. He seems like he wouldn't call us fat.
He seems like he'd be fun to hang out with. I think he would somewhat judge us, but I
think he'd be really nice. Just the energy.
Like, I would love to go like to Bali with him and go sit on a beach. And then of course, I would have a hard time hanging out with someone like Zac Efron because I would just have constant, I'd have wet dreams every night about the man. Come on. I wouldn't be able to not. If you were friends with Zac Efron, there is no way you wouldn't be crushing on him. No?
Oh, I would totally crush him for sure.
I would be horny for him constantly. Anyway, nice. The shitty thing that happened is he was found in a swimming pool, which what worries me about that is they didn't really give details about how that is, but how do you find if you find someone in a swimming pool, they're floating passed out in the pool?
I guess he'd be. Well, no, you could. I guess face up. You could be face up. That must be or it happened really quickly. But either way, thank God.
I will say there. Okay, so there's been. We'll say. I don't want to get into the theories. I don't want to get into the theories, maybe. But there are some theories.
You guys can find that online.
But he did post this photo where looking fine, looks like he's working out at some beautiful place. Looks like Joshua Tree or something like that. Working out on a ball. If I could look like Zac Efron for one day with this, if I looked like this for one day, it would the world would end. It'd be over for everyone. Sorry.
Would you just yeah.
Combined with my seething, not having this, and then putting the two things together, it would just be unstoppable. If that's making any sense.
Well, he's got some demons, though, it seems. So I guess
Speaking
having a good
of,
body
like-
doesn't fix everything.
No, well, that's usually what comes with it, or some demons.
Yeah,
if you look at
right.
that perfect. Speaking now, sad transition, and I will say this girl is my queen. So I have been a Britney stan forever. All right, I love her beyond.
Right.
Okay, she's my number one. I've seen her numerous times in concert. Saw her in Vegas. Love her. She can do no wrong in my eyes, honestly. Well, they're making a biopic. Now, do you say a biopic or what do you say, Amanda? Biopic?
I think it works both ways.
Okay. Well, can you read this in your best Britney Spears voice?
Oh, I don't really have a Britney Spears voice. Excited to share with my fans that I've been working on a secret project with #Mark Platt. He's always made my favorite movies. Stay tuned.
Now, if you guys are unaware, Mark Platt is the producer of Wicked, who's also Ben Platt's daddy.
Nepo baby.
So remember when Ben Platt did that amazing movie, Dear Evan Hansen, that was lauded with beautiful critical reception.
And then he did that concert where he was wearing those baggy pants.
Great. Oh yeah, he reopened the Palace Theater. I can't. If y'all have been listening for a while, I'm Ben Platt's number one hater, and I'm not above saying that there isn't a piece of jealousy in it. I wish my daddy was Mark Platt because I could go out in there on goat yodel on the stage just as well. Anyway, we were speculating that since Daddy Mark is filming or is producing Britney's movie biopic, we were thinking there's a possibility that old Benny boy might have a role. Now, Amanda, who do you think he's going to play?
Well, you said Ben Platt as Britney Spears.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. He tried to play Evan Hansen as a 40-year-old, and it didn't work.
But then I said the only boy I would be okay with playing Britney. Now calm down. I didn't mean that the way it sounded. But like the person, if there was a man playing Britney, I would want. Oh, and also this person does not identify as a boy anyway. Cola Scola, I think, would be amazing. I would be totally like on board with that, and I feel like they could really pull it off quite well. So let's do that.
I would. Yeah, I love that. I'm needing that to happen. I could also see like Amy Sedaris. They're saying
Britney.
Saying that it should be. A lot of people are saying Addison Rae, who is like this.
I would love to get somebody who like is a professional dancer, actress, singer, but I don't think we're gonna get that.
I'd really like someone who could act. That's what I need the most, because in fact, please lip sync to Britney's music. I hate in these movies when they try and make the person kind of sound like them. Like you don't sound like them. And then who is going to be JT? I have a feeling they're going to cast like Timothy Chalamet and people like that. Like Jenna Ortega, like all the like hot popular people right now.
Also, John Chu, who's directing Wicked, he's the director of this.
Okay, so
like Ethan's gonna be in it.
Oh God, no! Oh no!
K-Fed.
Ethan as K-Fed.
Yeah,
I would vomit. Now,
it's a 5'4" K-Fed.
No. I'm feeling like I'm gonna probably love this movie and see it the day it comes out. I'm gonna probably be one of its biggest fans and sob my eyes out because I feel for Britney and her story. I really do. Like, you know, she did not have like great people around.
She really wraps up the last couple chapters in a quickly.
I never actually read the book.
Oh, well, I listened to it. But it's like all this information. And then at the end, she's like, so I'm married and everything's going really good. And yeah, I like to dance on Instagram. So what? Bye. Thanks for reading the book. I was like, I need more information than that.
She also paints. Have you seen some of her painting?
She got to that.
Okay, so now we have some new pop girlies out. Oh, Sabrina Carpenter. That
might work, actually.
I don't there's something about Sabrina Carpenter's like proportions that don't work for me for Britney Spears in a weird way. She's like very like compact.
Yeah.
Anyway.
She's kind of a Bratz doll. Anyway.
Yeah. If you guys are into any of this, I don't know. There's gotta be. I mean, I know Gabriel was here last week. He's gay. Somebody, I know there's gays. There's pop girlies here. There's somebody who's into
there's
this.
lesbians.
Yeah. Charli XCX, of course. Brat Summer, and you know she's also had a career way before that. Of course, she has her album Brat, and she's been releasing remixes. She first did one with Lorde, which was a really cool way of doing it because in the first version of the song she releases, she's like blah 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 blah. She's talking to Lorde, but you don't really know until like later when she released the song with Lorde, and then Lorde has a response on the song. It's kind of cool the way they did it. Anyway, They did a remix of the song Guess with Billie Eilish. And now
I've never heard of that song before, so who sang that originally?
It was her. It was Charli XCX's song.
Okay.
And so she did the remix version and brought Billie Eilish in. I agree on any gays, and it's just really hard to work it into my vernacular.
You might slip out when you're out with Granny.
I love yeah, that's a perfect time. I did have a nice little chat with her and her like 90-year-old friends about. They always bring up things that are just what you'd expect a 90-year-old person to bring up in Mesa, Arizona. Just some ignorant shit is all I'll say. Anyway, I loved this song. I pretty much liked the video, and it's pretty fun.
Yeah, and at the end it said that all the underwear in the video was donated to domestic violence survivors.
Because that's like the whole video is like throwing underwear everywhere, and the song is about like the words are, "Can you I want to guess what," or something, like, something you want to guess what
the
color of my underwear. You want to know what I've got going on down there. And some of the lyrics are kind of provocative.
They are.
They talk about like
I was into the video.
The side, and I'm like, damn, daddy. Any gays? So, speaking of gays, I'm gonna.
I can't. When you texted, I'm like, not a lot happened this week, and you're like, I guess I'll talk about Drag Race a little bit. And I'm like, they won't give us 1 week.
No.
Global
All Stars starts like I think in 2 weeks or something. The one with Alyssa Edwards, which I will be recapping.
Slightly. Oh, that's not this one.
No, this is.
So they're fucking. That's like
girl.
The nerve.
Is right now. Currently, they have this one showing. They have Drag Race Mexico and they have Drag Race Philippines. And in a week and a half, they're gonna have Global All Stars, all four like going at the same time.
So they're basically like Housewives or 90 Day Fiance.
It's almost bigger because they have even more international reach, which is pretty cool. And so it has provided opportunity for shows like this to bring in queens from other places, which I really like. This, if you guys like Drag Race, I would implore you to maybe watch this. Find it in your place. In Canada, you watch it on Crave, I guess.
I can't get Crave because my TVs think we're in the US.
Oh.
It's a whole thing. I'd have to get a whole new Apple ID. I just don't even.
Here I watch it on the WoW Presents Plus app. It's like $3.99 a month, but they have all the Drag Race stuff. I have
somebody from like Squirrel Friends days. Somebody gave me their login. I wonder if it still works.
It's a pretty. It's pretty cheap, I think.
I mean, I probably won't watch it. I'm still on VPR.
There's some good drama on this compared because they put some dramatic people. They put Miss Fierce Delicious, which was on Canada's Drag Race, and then you have like Kennedy Davenport, Alexis Mateo, Lemon, who else here? Cheryl, LaFille, Eureka, people aren't liking Eureka. There's been a lot of things that have come out about her. Anyway, I'll leave it at that.
Like more racist
Her
stuff?
and Kim Chi have had like this big thing, and where
is it racist?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, that was already there. That was
right. That was always kind of an underlying thing.
And it's just I would check this out.
Kennedy's
One thing.
On this?
Yep, she is. Where is she? She's right behind the girl in yellow.
Okay, I see her. Oh,
I also want to put a shout out. I forgot to put the picture here, but I wanted to say it. I'm still going on watching Camp Wanakiki, friends.
Oh yeah.
Try and find it. It is jank ass, but every week I watch it. I'm just like, oh, this is sweet. They go out to a campground. They go to like a summer camp place in the summer and record it, and just look like they just look like they're having fun.
Good.
Right?
Yeah.
I love Unique New York. She's my favorite. Please check it out. Speaking of drama, the last episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey.
Yeah, no, I saw this. I saw this little clip on TikTok, and then Justine and Jody, like we have our just the three of us group thread, and both of them were going back and forth about how epic this was. It was more exciting than the Real Housewives beach scene. And then I'm like, oh, John, the New Jersey, that happened. We could talk about that. And Mr. Curmudgeon over here is like, I didn't think it was that exciting.
So okay, what kind of led up to it is Teresa. There's a lot that has led up to it. How about that? I'm going to personally say I don't care for Teresa Giudice, and especially her new husband. She just has a really bad way of picking men, or really terrible men find her, or I'm not sure what it is. But I think she's down a rough path here. Her new husband used had people investigate the other, they had a private investigator investigate all the other women and trudge up shit from their past that they used to do, sell drugs when they were a teenager, or that this person's child hates them, and just crazy shit where it's like, you guys are being really nasty. All right. So it all kind of led up to this. Really, the fight was around Jennifer Aydin and Danielle Cabral. And I like Danielle Cabral, and I've always hated Jennifer Aydin. Sorry, not sorry. I know a lot of people think she's funny. I think she is a really nasty piece of work on the show, personally. She's kind of one of the meaner ones I've ever seen on a Housewives, except for that one, Jody. Her name's Jody, and she was on The Real Housewives of... Oh, it was one of the Canadian ones.
Oh,
there's a Real Housewives of Vancouver, I think, and a Real Housewives of something. She was the most evil, but I do not like Jennifer Aydin. Now, they're having this whole fight. Earlier in the season, it was that she punched someone in the head.
Okay. What?
Whose last name? Giudice? Giudice? Aydin? Teresa?
Well, hopefully we'll find. I think
it's she's pronounced her name in multiple different ways.
Guidici.
Well, yeah, okay, that's the one way I've actually never heard them say.
Yeah, me too.
They said Giudice, and then they said Giudice.
Well, it's definitely not Giudice. That's obviously that's
how
the American
most people
way.
Pronounce it.
Well, anyway.
But if I went to somewhere else and they tried to say Mome, I'm sure it would have some kind of accent on it. Oops, neat. So anyway, what happened is it kind of just blew up into a way where they're not actually having a reunion at all. But come to find out, they're actually doing something instead where they're going to put them in small groups and have them watch the finale together and comment on it. That's the episode next week.
Like pillow talk?
I guess, instead of having a reunion because they think it'll be too volatile or something. The problem with a reunion is that Teresa, I'll be honest here, and someone's going to hate some tree. I think she has followers called tree heads or something. Okay. A lot of people like her, so I'm sure I'm going to get poached here, but she will never ever like take accountability or like adjust her thinking. Like, so at a reunion, it's kind of just pointless. Like, I would feel if I had to talk to her like about a real situation, we were trying to work something out, I feel like it would be like talking to like a wall or something, because they don't get, like, they refuse to listen or whatever. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
it was like that on 90 Day Fiance. Did you ever watch 90 Day? Do you know Colt and Larissa?
No.
Oh, you don't? Larissa was like
No.
that on the reunions. It like it became pointless to
Oh.
even like let her on the stage because it was just like it was just
Oh,
stupid. But that's a
well,
good season though.
it's like deflection and yada yada
Yeah.
yada. So next year they're getting a new cast, and I've heard different rumors that 3 people are going to be staying. I've heard rumors that there's going to be 2 people staying and 4 new ones coming. And I'm hoping the ones, like, honestly, of this cast, the people I kind of like are Danielle. She's a new girl. She's kind of fine.
I like Dolores.
I love Dolores. She's probably my favorite of this group of people.
And I like Frank Catania too.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah. Dolores' son is kind of hot.
I rewatched not the finale, but the second to last, where the men were doing those like weird testimonials or whatever. And boy, does her brother Guidici, what's his name?
His last name's Gorga.
Oh, Gorga. Yeah, I guess. Joe Gorga looks so much. When I worked in that like dog sitting place, there was this dog named Rocky that came in that at the time I was like, this dog looks like Joe Gorga, and I would always send it to the group chat. And then when I was watching it the other day, I'm like, he looks like Rocky. Like he looked exactly like this dog. There are a lot of dogs that look like people, but that one I really nailed it. Anyway,
I'm wondering, are there any dogs that look like this person? This person is
probably
a dog. Let's be real.
He's like a Great Dane.
This headline says, the Valley star Jax Taylor says he's working on getting better after entering treatment program. It came out that he is doing a program that he said was for his mental health. Is that what he said?
Yes, but so did Leah Messer from Teen Mom, and we both know someone. I texted you this, but you didn't get back to me. Of course, that we both know someone.
I did know that.
You did know that. She was in that treatment, and she was like, "No, it was for drugs." It was a drug
I wasn't thinking about that. I didn't think that once. I actually thought that Jax was just trying to like rehab his image here or something. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I think that is why. But I don't think he actually wants to get better. Maybe he does, but I just think he's such a classic sociopath that I don't think he does want to get better. I don't think it's in him, but I think if I were anyone around him, or once he gets to that center, they're going to recommend, well, we're also going to treat you for drugs, but they'll probably do it in like a way where he thinks that it's not really, but like they'll still do, I'm sure they'll do like blood tests and shit when they get there. And I'm sure they'll be able to tell he'll be in withdrawal from a cocaine and alcohol.
I'll just say I've watched all of Vanderpump, and
wait, hold on. Where are you now?
I'm now in the season. This is my like 50th rewatch. I'm in the season where like the new people are there.
Oh, I
kind of a slog, but
no, I like that
fine.
one.
Okay. I actually like that season because it gives me some insight into Ariana, and it makes me like her better, because it really, I empathize with her. She lost her dad and was in the fallout feeling of that, and I totally get that feeling.
Yeah.
It's
where
really
I am? I just got to the Jax admitting that he had sex with Faith. It's like such a good little, but there's a scene
Rotten Hell.
There's a scene where like they're at maybe someone's birthday or something, but they're all out, and Schwartz is getting hammered, and he like calls Jackson. He's like, everyone's talking about you, man. They're saying that you had sex with Faith. Say it isn't so. And then Sandoval comes over. He's like, hey man, what's wrong? And Schwartz is like, I just feel like I just have no direction in life, and it doesn't even matter. And Sandoval's like, no, bro, no, you do mean something. You're my best friend, man.
I'm those just watching two, this, like, weirdly, the other day I watched the episode where the one episode arc where Tom Sandoval gets kicked out of Jax's wedding for one episode and then brought back. And in that episode, him and Tom Schwartz have a convo, and where he has to tell him, he's like, I'm not going to be there. And Tom Schwartz is like, I need you to be there. I don't know how to tie a bow tie. And he's like, I'll have them all tied for everyone already. I'll get you. You know what, buddy? I'll make you. I actually started tearing up at that weirdly because I'm like, that's really sweet. But honestly, I think those two men should just be together because neither of them have treated their partners that well ever.
No.
Neither of them. So if you're going to treat your bestie that great, go be with your bestie.
Yeah.
Go butt fuck.
Well, now, anyway,
Jax, the top and who's the bottom, and Tom Schwartz is definitely the bottom, right?
And I think they would both cry afterward. But anyway, here's Jax. Working on getting better for you and myself, buddy. I love you. This is a picture of him and his son. Again, I just don't buy any of this. I look at this and I'm
not like, this.
You didn't need to post this, and I don't believe you.
But Britney has a new boyfriend.
Good.
I saw a picture of it. But okay, now some lightheartedness. There's been lots of like sad stories, I feel.
Yeah.
At something about her, they're doing dog adoptions, which, you know what?
Well, this is from 2 weeks ago, but
if I had a restaurant, this is exactly what this is like Christmas.
No, they were doing Christmas in July.
Okay.
I think that businesses are stupid for not always having something that to do with animals. People will always throw money.
The community outreach of having like stuff like that. I love
that. Why don't more politicians talk about that?
Yeah.
Because that's something that both sides agree on. Like, look what happened when that one bitch told that was maybe going to be BP, and like both sides were like, get out. Mm-hmm. So talk about dogs more, people.
Definitely don't talk about your love for fucking couches. Anyway. They also had some visitors at something about her. Is that Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
And who's that woman? His wife?
No, probably.
I'm assuming.
That woman who's like,
I want to say to Seth Rogen is, I think your paraphernalia is really cute that you make. But like, did you know that they make a bunch of like he makes like ashtrays and all kinds of stuff? Baby, all that shit is so damn expensive that I wanted to get something, but Seth, lower your prices, sweetie. Okay. Reel it in.
I like Katie's outfit here, by the way. Like, especially the socks.
Oh, I hate it. I hate.
Really? I love it. It's so like Elaine Bennis.
I hate that trend right now of wearing like the like
ugly 90s clothes. I'm kind of on board now.
Socks. I'm fine with the ugly clothes. It's like the socks. It's just like. But I'm definitely a millennial in my sock choices. I like a no-show. If I'm wearing shoes like that, I don't want to see your socks.
I don't really wear socks at all since I broke my ankle because just to twist, like if you imagine putting on a sock, you have to kind of bend your ankle a certain way. So I have to do it with one hand. I have to like put my hand in the sock and like kind of spread it and like kind of wedge it on. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so yay. All right, let's talk about this.
Well, now at least I'm here on Scheana's side, I guess, because I hate Candace Cameron Bure. She sucks.
She married a hockey player, but it was like minor league hockey, and she lived in Calgary like while I was in high school. And my friend Adam worked at the movie theater, and he served her one day, and we were all so excited. And he said she's nice.
She's nice. Think that. She's a piece of shit. She sucks. Anyway,
agreed.
According to Scheana, she's a piece of shit too. So for some reason, Scheana decided, I guess, she was going to know why this got brought up. It must have been something. Do you want to read it?
It was an interview, yeah. I do remember the first time I met Candace Cameron. Okay, so I guess somebody asked her for some reason, when was the first time you met Candace Cameron?
When was the first time you met Candace Cameron?
Yeah. She wasn't very nice. She was hosting this event with Pandora. It was maybe like season 2. It was really early Vanderpump days. And I was so excited to meet her, just growing up watching Full House. And she was so dismissive of me. It's like I wasn't cool enough or big enough to be hanging out with her. Well, also, you're not. And I was like, oh, DJ Tanner. I don't know what that meant. But then she kind of Then the article just went like, oh, she was just dismissive and didn't pay attention to her. And then Scheana went on to say, I didn't want to watch Fuller House either. This is how this affected her. Oh,
everything's about Scheana.
One person didn't treat you like a gorgeous, pretty girl one time in your life. Was that hard for you, Scheana? I didn't want to watch Fuller House either because of that one experience. And I've met so many celebrities and actors in my life, and hardly any have stood out to me as rude. Beret was one. And there was one time I met Amanda Bynes, which now I'm like, she gets all the grace. Another like, okay, name drop.
I feel bad. Talk about feeling bad for someone. I feel terrible for Amanda Bynes. Is she ratting on Amanda Bynes here?
No. She's saying, okay, wait, maybe Burr was, so Candace was one. And there was one time I met Amanda Bynes, which now I'm like, she gets all the grace in the world. Oh, I guess she's saying, yeah, Amanda Bynes was bitchy to her, but now she forgives her.
Here's the problem, Scheana. You are on Vanderpump Rules, and at the point of season 2, you were a waitress at a restaurant.
Well, and also you were well known for like breaking up a well-known celebrity marriage. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Sorry that everyone wasn't, all the women in Hollywood.
I'd stay away from yo ass too.
Yeah, but like everyone else I've met, Kim freaking Kardashian, like so nice and humble. All right, thanks, Scheana.
I don't know how I'm assuming that Scheana talked to Kim Kardashian for less than 20 seconds, and I'm not sure how she got humility out of it, because I'm gonna take a wild guess that fucking Kim Kardashian isn't humble.
I don't think she's humble, but I think that like all of them are really good at like
being fake.
At being fake.
Yeah, they're very good at interacting with people, I'm sure. That's what I'm saying. But how do you anyway? Out of the darkness and into the light. We're talking about the Olympics, baby. And the big news, big news.
This is the most hilarious.
France pole vaulter.
This was the best thing to happen to me all week. I mean, have you seen the video? Because the video's even more crazy.
I think I've seen the video 500 times because every time I go on a TikTok, someone has like done another edit of it, or it's like the slowed down version. I mean, I'm feeling like his trajectory is definitely going to be an OnlyFans, right? He'd be a moron to not start an OnlyFans like yesterday.
So can you say what happened here?
Okay, so the guy's like doing his pole vaulting, and with pole vaulting, you run with this big pole, basically. You put it in a hole in a spot in the ground, and then you like flip yourself like upside down and like over this pole. And when you go back over, your like body has the potential to graze the pole. Well, his like bulge was very protruding, and it grazed and basically made him catch on the pole. Like I'm based on this frame alone, he would have still caught on it because like his arm looks like it's like.
No, this is actually that's not quite correct. I believe that he accidentally dropped the pole, and then this was like as it was kind of going down, it kind of got under the dick. Something happened where I think he was about to fall.
He goes up on top of the thing, and it goes like this, and it goes like I can't even describe it. It's like it goes like.
Oh, okay.
That's his. Like,
so it was officially the penis's fault, though.
I would say.
Okay, gotcha.
But again, start that OnlyFans, baby, because you know what? You're gonna get lots and lots of attention.
Yeah, like he lost the medal, but you won in life because like the whole world sees that you have a huge.
Like, unfortunately, this is probably gonna be like the #1 memory from this entire Olympic Games. Because when you go, I was trying to look for a photo yesterday to put on our cover, and I Googled literally just typing French.
Oh.
It's the very first suggestion that comes up is French and then French pole vaulter. That's it. So, I mean, baby, you'll live in history, Henny, for that.
No. And this is wait, did you want to show those that one thirst trap at the Olympics, or is that what you were getting into now?
Oh, I have a few. So this, I felt inspired. Every time I tune in, I'm seeing hotties at the Olympics. So I like hot dudes, of course here. So I'm going to show off a few. First, this was a TikTok I saw of this skater. Now, I don't know what it is with me. I grew up there was some like skateboarding was like kind of a thing when I was like in high school.
A lot of these events that keep coming up, I'm like, oh, there's like a men's hip hop dance crew. Like,
anyway, skateboarders are tight and right, Henny. And this was something of this woman kissing her, whatever. He's hot. Then we're talking about bulges here. Leo Neugebauer from Germany is like a track person. I'm sorry to objectify you, sweetie. I know you work really hard on your craft. And I think you're amazing. But let me tell you, this man is so fine. He is so fine. His smile, his walk, the thing is, this man would definitely call us fat, and he would probably hate our guts. He knew he was so damn fine, though, just by the way he walks. And you know what? I love you for it, Leo.
Well, and I said to you, if teenage girls can't wear spaghetti strap tops in school and have to wear like padded bras and shit, then why is this allowed on TV?
Amanda's not liking the dick prints on TV. She's upset about it, y'all.
So brazen. It's like R-rated. There's a whole penis right there.
Okay, technically, we should, as a society, whether it is a man or a woman, we should be able to. I'm saying this as I'm giving a whole lecture about the thirst trapping. I'm saying you should be able to watch this and detach it. If you're a person that's how about I'll look at it like this. If you're a person that is offended by this happening, not you, but someone who may be, you should be able to detach from this being sexual. If it's something you like watching, like me, I should be allowed to attach it to.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Sure.
Anyway, this guy is fine. Leo Neugebauer. If you're single, gay, and somehow interested in a piece of shit like me, come find me, please. You're so fine. Then there's this French swimmer that people have been like living for. He's not necessarily my gig. Like, he has a cute face, but then there's this swimmer, this Italian swimmer that like he's been blowing up everywhere because he has this like when he lifted his arms up when they won, his pants are very low and he has those like V lines and like. Again, if I had that body for 5 minutes, the things that would just... Anyway, very big thing came out was like, if you... Were you going to say something?
Well, no, let's get into this.
Okay, so if you actually watch the Olympics, I think this is kind of like a thing that was a thing. This surfer... what a great explanation, John. I think this thing was kind of a thing. That's what I said, Salawalaway, and Amanda said wear like a dance belt, which is like this thing that like sucks your dick and balls in, like, so they're like right up against you.
Well, and it just kind of evens out the playing.
It like flattens the front.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. And I'm like,
well,
that would be kind of uncomfortable.
Did that pole vaulter, like, has that never happened before somehow? Like, it seems like I would want to be as tight as possible.
I just think, like, if you do see the video, there was a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But if it were me, I don't know why. If I were him, like, why wouldn't I? Well, it's hard to say because he has to run too. Anyway, so this surfer, okay.
I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to Jody and say, "What is your first thought?" Because you seemed aghast at my comment, and I guarantee.
No, guys, if you didn't know, Amanda has an obsession with 9/11, and her first reaction to this photo was she said to me when I put it up earlier when we were going through things, she's like, "This looks like the falling man upside down." Isn't that what it's called, the falling man?
Yes. That's
that
what it
photo
like.
from the Twin Towers. Oh my god!
Everyone knows what the falling man is.
Yeah.
It's because
everyone do this.
because he looks like just so stoic and like still. So that's like the first thing.
So this came out. This guy did this amazing run. Okay, and then he like at the very end of it, like the way he flew up with the board and he did the number 1 and like everything. before this, though, I saw him. His name's Gabriel Medina. Here he is a little more up close. There's something to me about a wet outfit on someone that is very, almost more sexual than them having no shirt on. It just is very... Here's him up close. Now, baby, oh, get this man in a live action Disney movie. Toronto. Yeah. He is so... He does. I'm God... like, literally speechless. When this TikTok came across, I was like, who is this man? And he was like giving this thing about just how he loves to surf and whatever. And I was like, this man is gorgeous. And I'm like, well, I have to screenshot this for my hot men of and TikTok. It was going to be my hot men of TikTok, but then I thought, let's branch out and do our Olympics. Now,
why not?
I will say, though, now, of course, I would choose this man way before the next person, I'm going to say. But I will say the person who has stolen the hearts of the world and me.
Wait, are you about to get into your movie section?
No.
Oh.
There's one last Olympian.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
This
guy,
okay, has stolen my heart. I hope nothing ever bad comes out about him, or else I will be ruined and wrecked. I've watched multiple interviews of him, and I literally tear up listening to him. And it's this guy, Steven. I don't remember how to say his last name. He did the pommel horse, and he won the gymnastics medal after 16 years of not getting it. And then he just won himself the individual one for it. And the reason that I just love him is he gives these interviews. Okay, the one I saw today, they were asking him about what it's like to have glasses to do, to like compete with his having a visual impaired, being visually impaired. I don't know how else you would say that. And he's like, I have no depth perception. I am in bright light. I can barely see in bright lights. I have super sensitivity, but I always push myself and I never let that get in the way of me going after my dreams. And I hope that people can watch me and feel like they can go after what inspires them too. And every interview of his has been like that, just where he's like, like,
all right, well, it's not like you lost a leg. You wear glasses, but fine.
Amanda,
I appreciate this.
Amanda, here's the thing. I love anytime someone uses their platform to inspire others. Yeah. So that's what I really liked. Is because what if some little kid? I will say there is still stigma around wearing glasses.
Oh, I think it makes everyone look better and smarter.
When I was a teacher, I had kids that could get their glasses in 3rd grade and they'd be afraid. But I would always say they're like having a superpower. I'd say you can actually see better than like everyone else with your glasses. So like, anyway, so I just love that. I love him.
Yeah, he's cute. He seems like he actually wouldn't call us fat.
I feel like I would like to just like go to a movie with him. Like he just seems like he'd be fun to go to Comic-Con with. He just seems like a little nerdy sweetie. I just love him. Anyway.
Yeah, he looks like the first guy that I had sex with after my divorce.
Really?
He had like a big like
that doesn't shock me. But I mean, I know what your proclivity is for.
Right. What my proclivity is for a big dick. I'm such a rare breed that I like a big old dick.
Oh, wow. Anyway, guys, as you've heard at the top of the episode today, it's been a week and a weekend. I didn't have time to go to a single movie at all, unfortunately. So I thought I'd go through a few that one I kind of wanted to see, but now I don't know if I want to see it. And that is this Trap movie.
I want to see that.
It's gotten really not great reviews.
Damn it. I really like M. Night Shyamalan. Like, not just because of Sixth Sense, but I genuinely loved Signs. I don't know if we saw that together, but I loved it.
I liked The Village. That one's universally not liked by people. I like his stuff. I've heard this isn't very good, unfortunately, but I still might go see it.
It looks like the trailer gives away the whole plot, but I'm sure it doesn't.
I think it kind of does, because they're basically saying, okay, I don't know if this is a spoiler. So
no, it's in the trailer.
Is it? That he...
Yeah. That's in the trailer, but anyway.
He's the serial killer.
Well, it indicates that, but there's no... I don't think that M. Night Shyamalan would have... Like, I think it's got to be a misdirect of some kind. Something's got to happen.
I heard that there's no twist.
Oh, that sucks to be established as a director, like, who always has a twist. Because now it's like, I can't just write a movie. There has to be some zany twist in there.
Well, this is about a man who you're under the idea that he's going to a concert with his daughter, and then it turns into this SWAT situation. And
right.
This week, Alien Romulus is coming out. They've been doing all these offshoots of Alien, and like I watched whatever the last ones were, Alien Rebirth, Alien, whatever, like all the recent ones. I've seen them. There's one with they have Michael Fassbender in it, which he is hot. He plays this robot thing. But they dive so deep into the lore in these movies now that it just is like, what? It's like ridiculous. If you watch the very first Alien movie, it's like an alien movie on a ship. And then by the time you get to Prometheus, which is in the Alien oeuvre, it's like about how these aliens really were like transcended from they killed the original people who all life is from, and this whole backstory.
I've never seen Alien because I know there's a cat in one of the movies, and that makes me turn nervous. Jody got back to me.
Oh, okay.
And I said, "What are your first thoughts when you see this?" And she said, "Ugh, show off. Cody wants to be him. Oh wait, falling man."
Great. Well, anyways, I might see this if it gets like okay reviews. The last one I think that came out got terrible reviews. Now, this is a movie. The next one's a movie that I'm actually really like looking forward to. I hope it actually turns out well. And it is called The Front Room. And it's an A24 movie, which is usually pretty promising. And it's about Brandy and her husband are pregnant with their first child. And his mother has to move into their house with him.
That is a nightmare, let me tell you.
And the front room is an indication of that. When she first moves in, she says, I need to be in the front room, which was supposed to be their baby's nursery. And she ends up taking it over. And I believe, from what I'm seeing in the commercials, the mother's like the mother-in-law is like a Satan worshiper, or wants the baby to be the devil or something like that. But Brandy is giving me life in the trailer. So I'm really excited to see this movie. It's one I'm really looking forward to.
She still looks like 21.
I think she actually almost looks younger.
Yeah,
she did in the original Cinderella. She looks amazing.
I love that that's both of our reference for Brandy. Well, yeah.
I mean, I watched Moesha, but
I never did.
He wasn't as much of a.
That Cinderella movie was so ahead of its time. That was really ahead of its time in terms of colorblind casting, but also it was Whitney Houston. Like that song "Impossible" is not like. I think when it was originally done, it wasn't this fierce, belty song.
Well, now every time you see it in a musical, in a version of Cinderella, it's always a letdown because it's not Whitney Houston's version. In fact, I'm going to see Cinderella this Saturday.
Where, Joan?
The place we have season tickets.
Oh.
The Hale Center Theater.
Oh.
Oh, please don't come find me. Uh-oh. Someone's going to come track me down and like kidnap me.
What would you do if like someone was like, are you John from Pod in the City?
In real life?
I would end my life. Yeah, like someone would put you in the lobby.
There it would kind of freak me out because I'd be like, did you track me to here or something? But if I saw you just in public, I think I would feel uncomfortable because I'd likely be looking like shit or feeling sweaty or gross. And I would be like, oh God, these meat.
Yeah.
I'm way more confident here in the confines of my own home where like, yeah, there's people watching us, but it doesn't feel like it. Like, could you imagine doing a live show?
No, people say that to us all the time, and I'm like, it would never happen. It would never.
Okay,
happen.
you guys should do it, and then I'll come be like a little guest at it.
No, I don't like that type of anxiety. It's like the lead up to it would just be so not fun. I'd feel so sick.
It would be much like the theater. Like,
I gotta say, actually, I was talking to Jody about this the other day. I'm like, do you like doing the lives? And like, she's like, I don't want you to be mad at me, but she's like, no, I don't like enjoy them. I mean, we do them, but like, I'm like, I am genuinely miserable every second of that live. I'm like miserable. But
what about our lives?
See, this one I'm less nervous about. Because if people don't find me as annoying on here, I guess I'll just say that.
Well, because you have me. Because people find me more annoying. I will say I did text Amanda this week and I was like, guess what? Lita B either got like banned or deleted their review because it's gone, baby. It only took 6 months of me. Anyway.
I was like, well, you brought it up enough.
It'll come back worse. Lita B part 2 will be there and be like, they've talked shit about anyway. I
want to really put it because here we go with like people now like being like Amanda doesn't even appreciate us. Once it's happening, I'm like it's fine, and then after it's over, I'm always like that went really well. I'm like so happy, but then immediately 15 comments come in telling me I'm too loud or I'm annoying or like shut the fuck up, Amanda. So that's kind of just why that doesn't happen over here. So I guess I just like I'm less stressed out.
I'm definitely in the camp of like, why would you listen to something if you don't?
Because everyone likes Jody, and that's just fine. I get it.
And so you would torture yourself for the other half? Like, it's worth it that much to you that then later you want to try and comment on Amanda and change her?
Whatever. It's gonna happen. I'm just saying. I don't even know why that got brought up, but
because that's what we're here for. Anyway, take our minds off of things. I do want to talk about this because our shorts for this last week got like some views, so I wanted to throw it in. Wolverine or what's it called? Deadpool and Wolverine is still like basically in its second week. It's like breaking like tons of box office records, and I'd say it's solely because of this sexy mother effer. I love Hugh Jackman. He is beautiful and he is fantastic. Him and Ryan Reynolds, great together. In fact, though, when I'm watching this, my eyes are only on this man on the right. He is so fine. And he did this thing. He and Ryan Reynolds have been doing all their press tours, et cetera, et cetera. And they asked them this question. They're like, so you guys get really down in this car scene, which, guys, there's this whole car scene that lasts. So the end of the scene is it's that typical thing where it's like it pans out of the car and then it gets dark. And then it gets light again, so that it's like as though this has been goes on for hours and hours and hours. And it's the car with the two of them like fighting each other, bouncing up and down, fighting each other.
Yeah, anyway. They know what they're doing. I had a little Hugh Jackman news. It's just that it's come back up on TikTok. Yeah, that is coming.
I got this in my TikTok today too. I cried.
Like, why?
I love him.
But it just reminds me of when I got so fucking vindicated that time when that person fucking destroyed me because I was wrong about that thing. And then you were like, no, that did happen.
Exactly. Suck it.
Yeah.
What I was going to finish with this is they had a little like interview together. And they're like, okay, I think I don't know what the hell they were doing, but they're like, what's your safe word? And
God, they know what they're doing. They know who they're playing to in all these interviews because they're being so cutesy together. And I'm like, they're acting like they've been friends for like 30 years. I'm like, they did this movie together.
I think it's just because like so many men, if you ask straight men who they would like be willing, like what's the one guy you'd have sex with? So many of them say Ryan Reynolds. So
yeah, I feel like Hugh Jackman's kind of a safe one too, because like he's a little like he does music theater, but like he's also fucking Wolverine, bro.
That's what's pretty awesome about him is he can play anything, really.
And I think that Hugh Jackman would not call us fat, except I think Ryan Reynolds would.
I don't know. I don't know, but I'd like to get in this car scene, except that, as you guys all know, I am deathly afraid of being stabbed. And there is like endless stabbing happening in this. So, but a lot of people are taking that as a metaphor for like
penetration,
stabbing, like getting it in. So their interview is basically like, oh, what's your safe word? And Ryan Reynolds is doing some bullshit like, well, blah, 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 like doing the typical shtick, like, I'm so funny. And underneath Ryan Reynolds, you hear Hugh Jackman start talking, and he's like, I haven't got a safe word. I can't do a fucking Australian accent. But he's like, I don't have a safe word. That's pretty good. I haven't got a safe word. It's he's like, yeah, I'll just say just keep going. Just don't stop or something. And I was like,
oh, that's pretty hot.
Baby.
All right.
I'm not even giving the right quote. Honey, Hugh Jackman also, if you're watching, please. Anyway, it's time for where is it? Amanda's wormhole of the week.
Okay, well, really? Okay, I'm like, okay.
She's been waffling. She's told me she had secrets. She already did reveal one of the secrets, and then she said she was going to fly blind. She didn't know if she was going to talk about Teen Mom or if she was going to lay it on us. So I'm hoping that she's going to...
Okay, well, Teen Mom, nothing happened except that Amber is like not in the show anymore. Like she's not in the preview for next week. So I don't know how close filming took to, like how close they were filming back to back with her husband, her fiance going mysterious.
A runaway situation.
Yeah, but she is not. I don't think she's filming. But also, Caitlin Baltiera threw some shade at their. You know how they gave away Carly, their first child, for adoption to Brandon and Teresa. They're throwing shade at them. They keep doing that. Like, fuck you, because they won't let them see Carly. So anyway, that's it.
I think that I probably shouldn't share my opinion because I'm sure someone wouldn't like it. So
for Teen Mom stuff, it's pretty. You're fine. What's your opinion?
I don't. It's about. I don't even want to give it.
Okay. Well, let's get into my thing here. Okay, okay. I haven't. No one knows this. All right, but you know, I said I needed to be out of here.
She's pregnant.
Can you like imagine?
I would literally probably fall out of my chair. I think I'd faint.
Okay, well, what's like the second most like surprise? Like the second thing, what would I need to be going to that you'd be like, no?
A date?
Yes, I have a date at 5:30, and I'm gonna poop my pants, and I don't want to go at all.
I kind of do. For you though, that's great.
Yeah. So now I just want to talk through what do you think I should? Okay, I'm gonna have like no time, but like, what should I wear? How do you like my hair the best? And should I? Justine's thinking it's not the best thing, but I really am fighting the urge to text him beforehand and be like, you're okay with the pictures, right? Like I'm going to look like that when we show up. Is that like, should I not text him that? Just to prepare him for like what I look like? He's seen recent pictures of me, like all pictures in the past month. So
here's the thing, Amanda, is if you get to this date and you find out that he judges you for your size or for the way you look or anything, that's a great way to know that that's not a person you want to be with anyway.
I know, but I can't deal with that, John. I cannot deal with getting there and having him be like, oh.
Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah.
Really?
That's the last time I ever was like with a guy. That guy that came to visit me. I went up, who I had dated in New York, and I came out and I had gained weight because I had my ankle surgery. And so I went out to greet him and his face dropped. And ever since then, I have such bad PTSD. And this guy was like way bigger and less attractive than me. But ever since then, I've really been nervous about it. But this is a guy that I'm trying to go with this thing of like, I deserve someone that's nice to me, and I deserve to be with someone that I think is attractive instead of clicking on like really busted guys because they won't reject me. So give me some tips here and advice, because I have not been with
advice. Be yourself, because you don't want to be with someone who you don't want to pretend to be someone you're not, because that's something you have to keep up through the whole relationship. So you be your wonderful self that so many people love.
I know, but I'm not good with new people.
I like your hair right now.
Really? Because this is what it's going to look like. It looks so good earlier. Okay. And then what color should I wear? Like, what's a good color?
Where are you going?
We're like literally just like, we were going to go yesterday to crumble cookies as our date. Because I don't, and he doesn't drink either. So we're gonna
go to like a dinner, or you don't want to get locked in like that, or
Okay. So we're just going to meet for like an hour at this like restaurant by my house for like coffee.
Okay, what's the kind of restaurant? Like, I don't know. Like, what are you wearing right now? Why can't you just wear that?
I don't know.
No, I'm scared. Guys,
I'm scared. I don't.
What should Amanda do?
I hate this. The reason they scheduled it for after this live is because so that it would just like go straight into the date, and I wouldn't be just sitting at home all day fucking like panicking and like shitting my brains out. What do I say when I see him?
You look hot and you look amazing. So
well,
what do you say to him?
I'm trying to accept compliments. What do I say when I see him? Do I give him a hug? Do I wave? I'm so scared he's gonna look at me.
So like, you think he'll be sitting there when you walk up? Is that what you're planning?
I don't know. God, I just got sick imagining it.
I say just take a few deep breaths and then just go with it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And if it does work out, great.
It's gonna be so much more meaningful though. Like, it's not as simple as that with
There's so many things that are out of your control. His reaction and his feelings about you are out of your control. The only things that you can control are the way you feel about yourself. And if you go in feeling bad about yourself,
well, that's how I'm going in.
Don't. People are gassing you up.
He's like he's way too good looking for me too. Okay,
God.
well, I guess we'll check back in next week.
Send me his picture and I'm sure I'll be like, girl.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want that either. I don't want to send you a picture and you be like, ew.
I'm not going to say he's ugly, but you're like trying to say like he's so much hotter than you. Like, hello, you're hot.
Okay, I can do this.
Doy.
He doesn't know that I have broken my ankle. He doesn't know anything about my podcast. He doesn't know I have Tourette's. Are these things I should tell him beforehand?
Don't talk about the ankle thing, because that is kind of a.
Well, he's gonna see it when I walk up.
Well, wait, and if he says, "What's wrong with you?" Then say it.
What about the Tourette's?
Just let it happen.
Oh, that's way worse.
What are you gonna?
Then he's uncomfortable.
Well, maybe if something happens, if you do have a little moment, be like, I'm sorry, I have mild Tourette's. There you go. I am who I am. Honestly, people should love you for who you are. Because if you get into a relationship with someone who loves you on a pretense of not being who you are.
I don't want him to love me. All I want is just for him to look at me and like not his face to drop. After that, then I can handle the rest of the evening. I'm asking you.
You think that you think you're gonna walk in,
That's what that guy did. That's what that guy did.
Okay, well, Amanda, that was a while ago.
Okay.
Just take a breath.
If I walked up to you, if I was your date and I walked up to you, like, would you be disappointed? I mean, if you were like, take away
in what way?
Like, would you be like?
I'm just gonna say I've recently seen that, there's someone was putting out a thing that like they're like
Amanda just says she's nervous. She's gonna tick.
Well, that's why I said, when you have a moment, you can just let him just tell him what's up.
Okay.
And then he'll be like, ew, and then he just walks out.
I feel like that's something you should tell someone before a date. Like, just so you know, I have Tourette's and I'm aware of it.
Okay, but I would say that if you had the type of where you like are
Right. I was like,
things,
motherfucker, fuck shit.
like then I would say maybe give a little warning, but like, girl, you're fine. Listen,
Okay.
look at how many people are willing to listen to you. Now, most of them are women. So just know that if you ever would like to be with a woman, I mean, shit, you could have a list of
Okay, so I
ladies.
guess that will.
What I'll say is I saw this thing where it was like, now this is going to sound dark, but I don't give a shit. It was like men
I like
never
dark. I just made that falling man joke.
Never feel bad if a man is mean to you or anything. They will literally fuck like dead animals, and
that's not
like,
helping with me being scared that he's the state.
No!
What if he doesn't fuck me then? I'm not trying to. By the way, this is like, it's not on the table.
That's not what the point is here. Is to get
no. It's literally just to get this little thing out of the way, because I have 5 pictures of myself from the past 5 years. They're all selfies like this. I have a full body in one of them.
Okay.
And yeah, I just need to get over this initial hump of not feeling completely gross as I'm walking around. I know everyone's like, no,
I get
Amanda,
you.
You're beautiful, but like, it's a lot coming
you.
from, my depression, my alcoholism, my gaining tons of weight,
I
all of that.
Totally get you.
Okay.
And that's why I think that you should try and just have a nice time. And if he can't like accept the things that you come with, then it's not the right person. And that's the point of going on dates.
I do have a big fat ass.
You're not marrying
that's
him.
pretty in
I was gonna say,
right
like, you got some like
I just walk up
some good features. Like, come on, some good features.
Thanks, John.
I didn't mean it like that at all. Oh my god. You guys know that. Come on. Come on.
Okay, well, we'll see how it goes. That's pretty much it.
Well, I can't wait to find what gets in your wormhole later this evening.
Maybe, well, nothing. Maybe I'll just get really wasted before I go. I'll break my sobriety.
Don't do that. That would be a terrible idea. And he also doesn't drink, you said?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I know. I wouldn't date someone.
It's a good commonality.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's what I did on my life.
TikTok, you don't stop.
I didn't go in and edit that. I thought I did.
I don't think so.
Here on the end. Anyway, all right.
Well, you have there, darling. If you guys didn't know, I do have a TikTok where I regularly post my Barbies. Open that doll, check it. There's quite a few of you guys that I do think follow me over there. Send me a message or like my videos. I've been getting some really nice message. Someone sent me a message and their name was Minnie Mills, I think, and I couldn't figure out who that was from here. But they said that you follow me from here. So
that's nice.
Thank you. There's so many sweet people over there. And I do post regularly.
It's
if you're willing to watch 1 minute, 1 second long videos of Barbie bullshit, check her out. This
okay. I have had a journey with this trend, okay? Now, first I was like, that is hilarious. But I watch every single way. It's the give me my money. And like, it's a fun thing. Some of them are real. And I'm always, from the beginning, I'm always really impressed with how the person getting like fucked over handles it. But as I'm watching these, even at the beginning, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I feel like 9 times out of 10, I would totally laugh. But if you caught me just in a bad day, that could honestly fuck me up. And then right when I had this thought, now all I'm seeing is people doing it with kids involved. And like me, who hates kids. And I hope that kids get embarrassed and like experience all this shit, like, to, like they don't act like assholes. But like, even in my head, I'm like, I hope they don't do this. Like, don't do it to the kids. Because that will fuck them up.
That's what I've mostly been seeing. They do it to like the grandparent or like the little kid or someone. And then I'm like, oh, it's kind of sad. If you guys don't know, it's this thing where like 4 or 5 people stand there and then they all go, they'll be like, give me my money. And then they all like clap.
Yay!
Okay. And then they do the next person, give me my money. And then they all clap. And then they like do it over and over. And then they get to the last person who obviously wasn't in on the full thing. They do, give me my money, and then they're all like silent, and then the last person reacts in all kinds of different ways.
Because they built it up to like, oh, like we're gonna get all this hype, and then the last person goes and everyone just looks at them judgmentally. And I really
like, did I mess up? What did I do? I don't know what my reaction would be.
Like I really, because I've seen reactions where people are pissed. Kids always start crying. I just think I think that would be a core memory for me. I can guarantee you.
Oh yeah, I don't think you should do that shit with kids at all.
No.
It's not nice.
No.
But if someone did it to me, I think I would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually don't picture you react. Like, I feel like you might just be like, okay. Like, you wouldn't be pissed, but you'd be annoyed.
No, I would just be like, okay.
You'd ruin it for everyone else.
Just like, oh, was this a prank? Anyway.
I mean, it is a really mean-spirited prank.
The idea behind it is kind of sad. It's like you're leaving this the one person feels left out. And that's the sad part.
Well, but then the trend is that then you move on to a new person, and then that person who just got bested gets to be in on the joke. So that's at least fun. It shows kind of a mob mentality aspect to it. Yeah, you go from like group to group.
Annie, it is Barbie related, baby. When you're over there, it's all Barbies.
All the time.
I bet you I have like 50 videos so far. They're just like cutesy little vids of Barbies. Today I did Flying Hero Barbie. I put up the Olympic Barbie. The Barbie as Cinderella has been getting some traction. It has almost 3,000 views. Anyway.
Well, do you want to finish out with your
I want to wrap up with my... Yeah. I know I've talked about hot men like numerous times. This is the hot men special edition, whatever. To wrap up, I have been doing a TikTok hotties section, and this one has come across my plate multiple times. This man is named Pector. That is his thing, and his whole thing is he's like, this is day 4 of putting things under my boob. And he basically puts like, it's hard to see here, but here he is walking on a hike. Yeah. He's like, this is day whatever of putting things under my boob. And he puts a soda can, like, under
Do you know, but this is a trend that women with big, like, floppy, I could do this. This is like a trend that women do. So, like, I don't like that he's taking this and, like, almost making fun of that trend. Like, I'm doing it, but that's because I'm so fucking fit.
Oh, I wouldn't say he's making fun of it. I'd say he's
referencing.
He's giving the kids what they want, baby. He knows what's up. I mean, like, if you want to take this in an offensive way, go ahead. But this man is fine. He has big boobs and he puts things under it. So check him out. His name's Pector.
All right. I mean, nothing will ever be as good to me as the pole vaulter. That's like the best thing I've ever seen.
Well, I wonder what'll happen next week. Because, you know, with the way that our news cycle goes, it's always new shit every week. And if you're wanting to hear new shit every single week, check out our, make sure you're subscribed. You know what you should do is hit the reminder or hit the bell icon, because then you'll know when we're going to be going live, because we are going to be changing to Wednesdays in a few weeks.
Yeah. Yes. Whenever Sister I still hasn't put out a fucking trailer yet.
Okay, well, we're going to probably be changing our day to Wednesdays in a few weeks.
And moving it a little earlier in the day.
So make sure that you're subscribed. Please hit the like. We haven't said that once. If you're watching right now, hit the like, please, please, please. And then after, yes, actually, I want you to wait to comment until after we log off. Yeah. And then comment on the actual thing. Yeah. Don't comment in the replay thing. Comment underneath. You could even say you hate us. But we do have one really. I'd rather you not.
I'm not in a great mental state right now. Please
tell Amanda she's gorgeous, and this man.
Do that.
This man, if he doesn't like her, he doesn't deserve her. Because that's the truth.
That's all. Baby. That's lovely to say. That's not what this is about. I just need to get through that initial meeting, and then I'll.
Well, just know that, whatever. Anyway, guys, check out our shit. Go to our Insta, go to our Patreon, subscribe here. If you're listening to us, all that. I do want to promote that, please, if you're just listening to this, we do have our Sex and the City podcast. And on our Sex and the City episodes, I'm going to plug this as well. And what I'm hoping is that maybe if Hugh Jackman will reach out to me, I might get a little, anyway, I'm not going to go there. All right. We love you guys.
Bye. I'm going to go poop my pants now.
We do want boobs, but man boobs, baby. Big, juicy man boobs. Yeah, bye.
Whoops. Good enough. Bye.